On June 22nd, Chris Skinner is back in the country and giving a keynote at the Blockchain Innovation Conference. He came from Bangkok, then went to Dublin, Luxembourg, and then to our place, talking about blockchain and what's next. What's the title of your speech?
If you like it, you should have put a chain on it, and it's based on the Beyonce song because it's the Beyonce chain.
Yeah. So when should I put a chain on it, and when shouldn't I do it? Because the English are always very skeptical.
Well, blockchain is fantastic for creating a shared structure between people who do not trust each other because it's tamper-proof, immutable, and the beauty of blockchain is that you can therefore create something that's authenticated by the network. That's where you share databases. That's when you should use blockchains.
Yeah, but I mean, we also have fantastic databases which are working very well. Thank you very much. You know, in banks and insurance companies and that kind of. What is now the advantage of having a blockchain, and when is that advantage coming to the surface?
Well, the old databases you had to build yourself, then share in a way in which was very proprietary and involved an awful lot of expense and a lot of people developing. With a shared ledger on the internet, it's cheap, it's almost free, it's scalable, it's just like cloud. It makes it really easy to do things.
Yeah. We say it's now on top of the Gartner hype cycle. When is it really going to have effect on the way we run our businesses?
Well, I kind of moved it from the top of the hype cycle to in the trough of disillusionment because we had lots and lots and lots of media hype and building up the blockchain in 2015, and now people are waiting to see what are the realities. Where's the results? They're coming. They're just not there yet.
Mm-hmm. Well, Bitcoin is doing very well. You know, Ethereum is doing very well. Ripple is doing very well. I mean, the billions are going up. Every time you look, it's a couple of billion higher. When is it going to really work inside companies?
But what you just named are currencies, which are not actually the chains themselves. It's the chains themselves when they start delivering the reality of business benefits in corporate environment and become something that you and I can actually use on a high street without knowing that we're actually using a blockchain. When that's a reality, when you go into any superstore, Walmart, wherever, and you're paying on a chain, then we succeeded.
Okay, give me a year.
2022.
2022. And what kind of industries do you see the blockchain having effect?
Primary to begin with in corporate to bank relationships, so financial definitely, government definitely. The government of Dubai has said they're going to digitalize all documentation in the whole of their city, which is by 2020. So identity in terms of benefits distribution, corporate contracts between government and industry, you know, any area that needs to have something that's trusted but on the internet rather than built in a proprietary structure.
Now, Chris, you've been in the IT, in the banking, the financial IT forever and ever. Every time there's a new technology coming up, you're a young, enthusiastic guy traveling all around the world. Is blockchain any different than, you know, distributed data, than all kinds of other hypes you've seen coming by?
Not really, which is, you know, let's say cloud and big data were the big hypes of the end of the last decade. And they are delivering. They're just evolved now into banking as a service on open markets and platforms, and similarly with cloud it's evolved into similarly with big data it's evolved into machine learning, artificial intelligence, deep learning, deep data analytics. These things are continuing to evolve, delivering benefits, becoming sophisticated. We just kind of hear the hype and then wait for the results.
Okay. Well, you saw some results. You drove your way here on the Tesla and it drove itself. What do you think of that kind of innovation?
Rock and roll!